So next one is the NetFlow configuration. What is the NetFlow? So NetFlow is basically, it's a kind of the process you want to capture your top talker record. Means anything you want to capture from your interface for the top talker. Let's suppose you want to verify how many packet is going there, who is my top talker, who is accessing what. So that is a NetFlow is going to be there. Flexible flow, NetFlow configuration are going to be configured. So if you just go here and read about that, and NetFlow gathering the statistics about the network during the operations, not the not only useful, but it's important. Gathering static information means, let's suppose you have the 1,000 users sitting in the office, 100 users sitting in the office. Might be facing the slowness, and you want to see that who is sending what kind of traffic, how much traffic, which IP is killing how much traffic. So you can enable the NetFlow, and NetFlow is going to give the top talker informations, and that is going to be always apply on the your interface. Simply you want to go on the interface, and you can just go. Let's suppose I want to this router R2, and I want to apply the NetFlow. Simple command I need to enable. I need to go here. 0, and the command is going to be IP flow ingress and IP flow egress. That's two command only needed. And this command is going to capture my all logs. Means either packet ingress, means ingress is receiving the packet or transmitting the packet. Both are going to capture on this particular my interface. Anyone is trying to ping. Let's suppose I ping 6.6.6 and repeat size. So it's pinging, right? So all traffic is going to capture here, and you can just always verify the traffic. Means you want to see that show IP flow export, you run this here. So show IP flow export. There is no export, but show IP flow top talkers. Okay, I need to configure top toppers, but you want to see show IP flow interface. This is, I need to configure top talker as well. It's not showing. Okay, I need to configure one of the server, then I will configure the top talker. So what is my server where I want to send the traffic? So I can give any server IP where I want to send the traffic. Let's suppose I want to export the traffic on something server that is known as this one, or any server. So I need to run this command IP flow export, and then I have to send the server on this particular port. Means anything you capturing, you might be have to export to the external server. So you have to use the IP flow version 9. Simple, go here and configure. And then after you just use this command destination. So I'm using the destination right now. Let's suppose I want to use for the 4.4.4.4. This is not live destinations. But now if I just go here and run the command, your ping is running. So you can see this is my server, but right now there's no export packet is happening because server is not live. So that's why 0 packet export, right? So you're not able to export because server is not live. But in case you have a server, then you're going to get the data, how many packet you're going to export. But as of now, there's no export. But now if I run the command show IP cache flow, in that case, show IP cache flow. You see, you are sending how many byte? This much byte traffic you're sending that. And these all are the source interface, and this is the multicast destination interface. And this is a port number. This source, this destination, they are talking. This source, this destination, they are talking to each other. So they are sending that packet, and you can see 100K packets they are sending right now. Right now, 100K packets. But if you want to see, it's getting increased. 19K packet now they send. So your packet is increasing because you're running the very high speed of the ping. But you want to see the top talker, which IP is killing how much your packets. So basically for that, you have to configure a top talker. So you have to configure IP flow top talker. First, you have to enable the IP ingress. Even export command is not needed. Without that, you can do that. So you just go here, IP flow top talker, and you have to give that top 10 you want to capture. So you want to give the top 10 users you want to configure. You want to give the 5, you can also configure fiber. But top 10 I want to configure. And then they will ask which type, short by byte or short by IP. Sure, there is a short by packets or bytes. So I will configure the bytes. That's all. Now if you run the command show IP flow top talkers, you'll see these IPs are using my high packet right now. Only one this IP using the high packet. So in case if you have the multiple IP addresses in your network and they're using those, all IP is going to be there and they're going to get that all IP, how many data they have used. So for that, you have to configure this top talker. You don't have to remember, but yes, you just follow this book. Every command is there. So sometimes you just have to refer and you have to enable that. So very first thing, if you want to enable the top talker, these two command is needed. These two command is needed. Sorry for that. This command is for the export. You want to export in the third party location. Then it is required. If you're not exporting, that is not needed. After that, if you want to see export, you can just verify export is happening or not. If you want to see cache, it is going to be there. Even I remove this command, the cache is going to be there. Let me show you. If I just go and remove this export command, show run include export. So if I go and remove this command, this is just going to export. Okay. I'll remove this as well. And if you check it, show IP flow talk talker, see still talk talker is there. And if you go here and check that, this command as well. So IP cache flow. Just check it. It is still there. So export command doesn't mean it is going to stop your cache flow or it's a top talker. Top talker is going to method to get, but you have to enable the IP flow ingress and egress on the interface. Then you're going to do that. Then after you have the special flexible flow component. Flexible flow is going to give that the flexibility. You can capture the traffic based on the source IP, destination IP, next hop address, source mask, destination mask. Means it's going to give the multiple flexibility where you can just capture the traffic. But generally you don't need that. But you want to do that, then you have to configure the collector, you have to match the bytes, you have to match the counters, you have to match the destination address. And then it is going to, based on the custom your record, it is going to capture your all the packets, whatever the byte data you want to capture that. So if I want to enable, just I have to enable the flow custom record and I have described which type of traffic I want to capture. And I have to match the IPv4 destination address and collect the counter byte, and that's all. And you will see that you're going to capture the bytes here. And if you want to configure, you can give the export protocols, NetFlow version 3 and same process, but it's going to be different method. What destination they are going to send that means it is exporting the log. Here you just capturing the packets and you want to export, you have to use this export method as well. So you just have to configure and you have to export that. Rest you're going to get the similar output. And then you can just get that. If you close monitor options, you're going to see what data we are sending, how many data size we are sending. So FlexiFlow is nothing. FlexiFlow and the NetFlow. NetFlow is just going to be entire packet is going to be captured, right? But flexible NetFlow is going to give the flexibility. Any IP, any ports, any custom you want to capture, it is going to be there. And based on that, you can just capture whatever you want to do that. So that is a flexible flow. So very small topic, but I hope you guys understand how to enable, how to see the top tucker. Generally, you are going to see this NetFlow configuration. This configuration you are going to see on the interfaces. And you have to know how to enable the top talker. That's all. Assurance section top. This you should know that. These two commands, if you know that, you are good with your NetFlow. I hope it is clear, right, guys? Okay, so I wanted to cover this one. IPSL have already been covered, right, in during the HSRP, so I will not cover this one. This is span R span. I wanted to cover span and R span. So let's cover this, okay? Let's cover this today.